Evening, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. Appreciate the raid, Muster Man. Very kind. Thank you for that. Yeah, sorry, I was just getting a few bits and bobs sorted in the background. I saw that you raided through, and I thought, you know what? I can't have raiders just sat there, you know, being sort of waiting around, going, well, who's this guy? Like, you know, like, why have we raided in here? There's no one about, so, you know, I need to come and say hello, don't I? Eddie DeValvish, welcome in. Appreciate the follow. Very, very kind indeed. Muster Man, how was your stream, my friend? Hope it was a fantastic one. Welcome, Raiders. This is a Journeyman save we're doing here. So welcome to the stream. We're doing a Journeyman save. We started in the 2nd Division of Finland, and we moved to the 2nd Division of Romania. We almost got promoted. Well, we got to the playoffs in Finland, lost out in the playoffs, and then we've moved to Romania. And weirdly, the team we're at is so much better than the team we had in Finland, but the league reputation is so much worse. Let me explain, and I can only really explain by showing you. So let's have a look. So welcome, my friends, welcome one and all to Farul Constanta. Okay, Farul Constanta. Now, I don't know if anyone knows much about Farul Constanta. Some of you may in the chat know who they are, and more importantly, who they're owned by. Before I do that, before I show you what Farul Constanta is, right? I'll show you HIFK, because HIFK was where we were, which was in the Finnish First Division Championship, which is the 2nd Division of Finland, really. We got ourselves to the lofty position of 2nd. Okay, we took over first of all. We got ourselves here. We finished 3rd, 6th, 2nd, and then at the minute they're currently 7th. Okay, 2nd we were overachieving. Right, we were absolutely overachieving. But we got such great form towards the back end of the year. Right, everything was going well for us. Unfortunately, this playoff defeat was a concern. Right, okay. Now, for a weird second, TJ Echo coming through. Oh dear, have we got Echo? Can someone confirm? Do we have Echo? I hope not. Someone let us know if that's the situation. I'm just trying to turn down the down there. The United City's getting Echo, but Musterman isn't. Maybe the United City's got me on Dolby surround sound. So you know what I mean. He is a bit fancy. So. Shout out to the United City, by the way. So these bloody lights. Right. So we left HIFK, right? And Farul Constanta are owned by Gheorge Hagi, the Romanian legend, Gheorge Hagi. Okay? So he is the owner, along with Cyprian Marica, who again, Romanian legend, football manager legend, champman legend. Gica Popescu is the chairperson, right? Rivaldo, Brazilian Rivaldo, is a club director. So I was like, well, we've got to come and hang out here. This is a brilliant idea. Let's have a look, shall we, at what HIFK looked like as a club again, just to give you a bit of this sort of fully rounded look at what we left. So we left this 2-star team, 2-star training, 1.5-star youth facility, estimated value of £150,000. Right, that's what we left. Okay, and we've joined this, a 2.5-star team with 4-star training, 4-star youth facilities, and 5-star youth recruitment. There is a slight echo of sorts, almost like you're hearing you and then having a second voice slightly delayed. Interesting. Let me have a look, because I can't see anything on the down below. It's only the left ear of your headphones. Okay. I'll keep my eyes on it. I can see I'm just looking at my audio meters here. Potentially, it could be that we've got something just popping out. But how about that? Does that work any better? Or has that turned the music off? Let me know. I think I might have turned the music off, actually. This is not really a good sign when I'm trying to... oh, that's sorted, has it? Right, okay. Here's me trying to fix things on the fly. Oh, dear. Right, let me know. Let me know. It's all good. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We've done some live tech on stream. My word. Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought? And we still have music. Yeah, excellent. Oh, I feel like a full-time streamer now. Proud of me. Thank you, Rugio. Thank you. April suits me. So this is where we are. We've moved to Farul Constanta. This 5-star youth recruitment. The club's valued at £6 million. Right? Look at this. We've got players that are decent. Like this lad here who is desperate to leave. Right? This guy's desperate to leave, but we need to keep him. Where is he? He's our. Oh, this keeps moving around as well, doesn't it? Where are we? Where's my big striker? This boy here, Karstoshia. Look at this guy. 18-year-old Romanian striker. 7 goals in 19 games. Bear in mind he'd scored none in 10 before we turned up. So he's got 7 goals in 9 games. He looks like he might be a bit of okay. Yeah? He's wanted by Dinamo Bucharest. But he's 18 years old. Right? Who else have we got that's decent that you can see? Big Eggy. We brought him in. Radoslevsku. He came from... he was there when we turned up. Okay, he's 23. And I think I've even pronounced his name right as well. Radoslevsku. He's wanted by Argesh. He's wanted by Viking in Iceland, who I think is where... is that where Lama was managing? Was it? Viking, possibly? So he's a very, very good player. This guy, by the way, we're mentioning our youth setup. This guy's just come through our youth system, okay? Our youth intake this year was a really, really good youth intake. Unsurprisingly, given the fact it's 5 stars, right? He came in at 15, this guy. Determination of 20 as a goalkeeper. Determination of 20. Decision-making of 13. Concentration of 12. Handling of 14, kicking of 13, reflexes of 14, rushing out 13. I mean, aggression 14, command of area 10, agility of 11. This kid's 16 years old. The fact that he's 5'10" is a problem, but he's coming with us everywhere we go. This kid is going to become an absolute monster goalkeeper, surely. Positioning of 10 already. Like, he's got potential to be really, really good. You know? And he's got a driven personality. So it's not like he's going to slack off. We've got another youngster that's come through. Magic George Mahiji, or Mahiki possibly. But yeah, Magic George, or George Michael, we also called him as well. Again, came through this year's youth intake. 16 years old, 20 for determination, 20 for bravery, 17 for aggression, 16 for teamwork, work rate, technique, natural fitness. He's a 2-star ball-willing midfielder already, right? This guy's going to be great. He's going to be very, very good. Yeah, hard-working. He's desperate. He's desperate to be the guy, right? So yeah, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed with what we've got. Okay. So the interesting thing now is that we're going to start doing our recruitment drive. Okay. And that means, you know, we can maybe get the squad planner out. We can have a bit of a play around with it. We've got our pens and paper, which of course we love. We love pens and paper. This is from in January when we started doing it before. Where's my pen, actually? I've got my paper. Where's my pen? Bear with me 2 seconds. Pen's here, of course it is. So sorry about that. Right. So yeah, we're gonna have a look at this then. We'll do some in-depth recruitment. The fact that Musterman's here, Musterman might be able to add some some flavour for us, some statistical data, or a glimpse of a TJ leg. Oh. Yeah, a little bit of Tony fans going on there, right? And for £3 a month, you can see my ankle. Yeah. My flavour is and remains, if you're 6'4" and over, then sign them. That's why we bought the big egg. Orvar Eggertson. We brought him in on a free transfer. 6'4". Look at that boy. You like that, don't you? Don't you, Kev? Oh, you like that. Oh, you like a bit of that, don't you? 17 for jumping reach. 14 for acceleration. 18 for determination. 15 for decision making. 14 for teamwork. Yeah, we brought him in and just went, right, get the ball to him. There's a lot to like there, isn't there? There is a lot to like. 4 goals, 4 assists in 10 matches as well. He's playing really, really well. I should, and you know what? This is for Musterman. Okay, Musterman. That's how well he's doing. Yeah, do we like a bit of that, Musterman? Look at all that green for form. Excellent, excellent performances week in, week out. TJ going a bit fast, sure there. Well, a little bit. But look at this though, Musterman. Look at all of this. This is class, isn't it? Like, I know the more of this that's filled in, the gooder it is. And this is like proper good. Like, more progressive passes than he's done more than the charts even allowing. He's winning 70% of his headers, apparently. I haven't got the cultural reference. TJ's on fire. Steady on. This is a midweek Wednesday stream. I know, Kev. I'm letting just everyone see the goods, aren't I? Evening, Tony, or in Romanian salute. We're not doing a Romanian salute. Oh, sorry, no. We can do a Romanian salute, not a Roman salute that Elon Musk likes to do because he's a Nazi. We can't do that one. Yeah, not allowed. But this looks pretty good. I think he's doing very well. He's got some good passing. He's got a massive shooting thing here, massive pressing. So yeah, the big egg is good. He's very good. Where's our other striker then? This is Kostosia. Interesting to see there. Interesting to see. Oh, they say salute or salute. All right, okay. Yeah, okay. A Romanian salute, not a Roman salute. Two very, very, very different things. Okay. Don't go anywhere where there's a large group of people and claim you're doing a Romanian salute. And I'm not going to do the arms, but you know what I mean, right? Okay. Don't get those two mixed up. So, Musterman, answer me this, right? Is Kostosia not playing very well as a striker, or is he playing well as a goal scorer and he's not playing well as a forward? Is that how I would interpret this graph here? Explain to me with your dulcet tones and your eagle eye, like a scouting badger. Because I would look at the fact that he scored 7 goals in 9 games and go, he's doing all right. But, you know, what do we mean here by, you know, possession lost and goals is quite low. Goals per 90 minutes. Maybe it's the fact that he went 10 games without scoring. That could be a concern. What are the normal stats of that player? Well, he's the best. He's our best player in the team, Mean Wolf. So his attributes look like this. Well, that's what the best player looks like. Yeah. He hadn't scored in 10 matches until we turned up. Then he got 7 in 9. So I think he's fine. I think he's decent. But again, if I'm trying to step away from attributes and look at the data, like, you know, I'm judging him on the fact that he's pretty good. Yeah. six under 21 caps, 2 goals. Yeah, he's wanted by a top division club, so you know we know that he's going to be a decent player. And he's he could be a leading player for most League One sides. That's how good he is at 18 years old. So can we keep him for another year? I'd like to. Oh, it's going to be tough. He doesn't have a buyout clause, so that's something good. Yeah. We might struggle to keep him. We might struggle. Okay. Right. I guess let's do the thing that we like doing around here. Right. Let's look at the team. Let's look at the squad. Let's look at what we've got, and then we'll start to look at what we need. We've played the Brazilian box this year primarily because we had no wide players, so that's why we chose to do this. We have brought a couple of wide players in since taking the job. So whether that tactic changes or not based on our recruitment, I don't know. It might do. I feel as though that Brazilian box is a bit too OP. Like, I think that tactic was designed at Larissa and it really worked. It really, really worked. Like, I don't know how we got it to work as well as we got it. We had players that were basically built for certain roles and they were immense. And I'm not one for just dropping a tactic straight onto another team and like hoping that it works, but because we didn't have any wide players, we thought let's do this. So I'm not tied to the box for next year. If we have it and we romp to the title or we romp to promotion, then you know, is it partly tactic? Is it partly the fact that the players are very, very good? It's probably going to be a mixture of both, right? Does the story feel believable that we would go from Hifk to Farul and then instantly get success? We don't know if that's going to be success, of course, but maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. If it works, why change it? Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? That is a thing. Yeah, I'm just trying to think I'm trying to think narratively in my head. I made the tactic myself. It's probably fine. That's a fair point, actually, Matt. Yeah, you would potentially, if you were going into another club, you would maybe try something you've done before. So that could be fine. Okay, I can stomach that. Yeah. My Brazilian box won me the Champions League this afternoon. Oh, congratulations, Kev. Now we're talking, aren't we? Fantastic. Incredible. Right. That could be it. Do we know what happened with Callum, by the way? Did Callum manage to get his Champions League or not? I'm not sure. So, if we look at our Callum has the final on Friday. Oh, we're gonna do Minecraft on Friday, Kev. Right, so we're not gonna get to see Callum's Champions League. Oh well, never mind. We'll have to watch that next week. Yeah, Kev and I might do Minecraft on Friday. We were talking about this earlier on. Rather than Saturday. Mrs. J is out Friday, so might do that. So there you go. So you can put that in the diaries, right? Andre Kola is our first choice goalkeeper. Okay. It would be different if the tactic wasn't built by you. Fair point, Dan. Fair point. Yeah. If I had just plugged it in, or maybe we use the Clates tactic, for example, then it feels worse. But yeah, we created it, so therefore, okay, it's fine. We can use it. I guess I just feel weird, like knowing that I managed to create something that works. feels very un-me. Right, so Andre Kola is our first choice goalkeeper. Okay, 33 years old, Czech. He's good. He's fine. He's 6'4". He does what he needs to do for a goalkeeper. He's had some good performances. I'm not desperate to sell him. He was wanted. That interest now appears to have gone. What I would like to do is I would like to have him be... I would like him to mentor Capitana, really, and use him for a season, have that experience to get Capitana up a little bit. He's 16 years old. He's not going to be the first choice goalkeeper. Like, that's just not going to be... We're not putting him in the stick in straight away. But if we could give him another year, then I think when Kohler moves on at the end of next season, we could potentially just pass the gloves over to him. We've got Stefan Mushat here, who I think we're going to let go, because I don't think he's not actually as good as Capitana. And what we've got here, Vlad Rafalia. Well, he's fine. He can be. There you go. So between the three of them, then we have a goalkeeper. I mean, Kohler's not brilliant, right? He's not brilliant. Could we look to get a better goalkeeper in? Maybe. Would that stunt the development of Capatina? Maybe not. We could potentially put him back into the reserves for a year. We could loan him out, but I think the reserves would help him because the facilities are good. So there's some questions to be made there. Some decisions to be made there. Wing backs. Ionai is very, very good indeed. He's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, look at all this green with his form in the last 20 matches. I know his attributes are dipping. He's 22. Like, look at that. You all saw him. He gets forward. He creates... I can't believe he's only got 5 assists. For the amount of times he was forward, I can't believe he only got 5 assists. 2 goals. But, I mean, yeah, he's an absolute lock. We should probably look, actually, to try and extend. There you go. Let's trigger that extension. Keep him for another year. Because he's a very, very good player. Very good indeed. We'll get on to our other players with regards to position. I think we've got Ile here, who's a young player. It's a midfielder, apparently. Yeah, we'll work out what our backups look like. Mafte is probably going to leave. I mean, he's decent, but he likes big matches. He's got potential. He only played 5 games. If we look at the pros, he's got good crossing. He's got good tackling. He's got good decision making. He's relatively decent acceleration. His jumping reach isn't great. I mean, he's not dreadful. He's actually a better defender than Ionai is, but then again, he is more of a defender. Shame he's not a bit quicker. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's like, his crossing's better than Ionai is. His first touch is slightly better. He can head the ball. His marking's a little bit better. His tackling's a bit better. His decision making's a lot better. He anticipates the ball better, but he's not as determined. He's not got as much balance. He's not as fit. He's not as quick. Yeah. Ian Root, welcome in, buddy. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Nice to see you. Appreciate the raid. That's very, very kind indeed. How are you getting on? You know, we've got a few things. He's okay. He's okay. I mean, he's homegrown. You know, he's part of the family, really, isn't he? He likes big matches. He could be a good League One player. I don't know. I'm unsure. Mafte, I'm unsure. I'm going to put a question mark. He's out of contract, so if he walks out, he walks out. You know, new to streaming second day, but I'll get there. Of course you will. Of course you will, Root. Absolutely. It's all brand new to everybody, so you'll. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. So, but yeah, no, get yourself in on it, and I'm sure it was a good one. So welcome in. You know. So Raiders, we've got ourselves a Journeyman at the minute. We're currently in Romania, second division of Romania. 6 seasons in, well, end of season 5 technically. So we're just doing our recruitment now, trying to sort of like look at what we've got, look at who we can keep. Excuse me. Look who we can keep. Look who we can move on. Mogasanu isn't too bad. Again, he's young. He's 19 years old. He's available for loan. He's got another year in his contract. So right backs we're probably just about locked in at. Who do I support? I'm a Sunderland fan. All the eyes. I'm not sure if that's your name, but we'll go with all the eyes. Okay. Serban's the left back. By the way, Serban's our left back. Who again? He looks decent enough. He does a good job. He gets forward. He can pass the ball. He works for the team. He's got good work rate. You know, he can mark. He does the defensive stuff on the left hand side. Ionai's getting forward, doing all the attacking stuff as we overload that right hand side. Serban's basically stopping people trying to come forward. Yeah, and again you can see he's playing very, very well, so we're not going to look to move him on at all. 28 years old, kind of in the peak of his career, I think. So we want to keep him. Maybe even try and give him a new contract, possibly. He'll be out of contract at the end of next season. I mean, you look at other people we've got there. Mrs. has gone for an early night. Now you have my full attention. How many positions would you ideally love to upgrade? I don't know at this point, Kev. I'm literally working through it very systematically right now. I think our goalkeeper is fine for Division 2 in Romania. We've got a long-term replacement, so anyone that comes in now will just be a short-term replacement. My first choice right back is good. My first choice left back is good. The backup options are fine at this point. Have I ever been to the William Jameson? Explain to me what the William Jameson is. What's the William Jameson? We've got Gheorge Villarreal. Gheorge, he's a youngster. Brought him through the ranks as well. The Williams Jameson. What's the Williams Jameson? I need a bit more context to this. And then Danilescu. Lisa. These are just backups, aren't they? You know, but they're young and they're fine. You know, we have players there in case our main left back gets injured. It's the Spoons near the Sunderland Stadium. Oh, have I been to Wetherspoons near Sunderland Stadium? Back in the day, yes, but I'm not a massive frequenter of Wetherspoons, I must admit. Yeah, not a massive frequenter. I like the stables. The stables is good. Although usually when I go up there up to watch the match, I'm driving, so it's a bit rubbish. So I'll have a pint in the stadium, or I'll have a pint in the stables. But yeah, used to go back in the wheat sheaf back in the day. All spit, no sawdust. That's what you want to be. So yeah, we might need some quality depth, Kev. That's what we're looking at. Maybe some depth. But I think centre half is going to be somewhere where we need to improve. Okay, because I'm expecting Turda to maybe leave. He's 30. He's wanted by Argesh and Botasani. I think he might go. I mean, his form's not brilliant. We did lose his centre-back partner this season, so it could be part of that, but we could extend him for a year. But, you know, we'll see. If Turda goes, he goes. He's played well enough, but I'd rather not have to replace my entire back line. You know, because we brought in Kuick last year, who looks fine and he's decent enough. Acceleration's not brilliant, but as a ball player, he has enough about him. You know, how many hours have I got on FM? Oh, like, loads. Like, so when it came out, right? When it came out in November, been on it since then. Really, loads. Probably not as many as some people. Probably more than others, but yeah, certainly sufficient for my skill level. I think it's probably the best way to describe it. Well, actually, no, probably more hours than my skill level would suggest. You know, I think some people would maybe say that if I've been playing it for as long as I've been playing it, I should be a lot better. I've only got 70 hours. I'm not that good. No, 70 hours? You've barely scratched the surface. You can't be judging yourself on 70 hours. Was it Malcolm Gladwell? He says it takes you 10,000 hours to become an expert in anything. So if you've done 70, that's not very much, is it? Let's release Emmanuel Martinovic, because he's not going to be good enough to be in the first team for next season. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Exactly. Kev knows. Kev's a man who speaks sense, by the way, so you need to listen to Kev. The United City. He talks a lot of sense. You've got 2 saves at the minute. One's online, one's offline. I mean, that's hardcore then. If you've gone in quick, you know, and you're going to be doing an online save and an offline save within 70 hours. Wow. 70 hours is one transfer window. Isn't it right, Rolex? Isn't that right? It can be. Stefan Dutu. He's wanted. Might let him go. Baslasia. Oh, he's now a centre-back, is he? He's not a midfielder. Interesting. His jumping reach needs to be improved, though, doesn't it? His jumping reach definitely needs to be improved. But he's young enough. We could maybe train him a little bit. Tiru's already leaving. He's off to join Shanghai Shenhua, so he's going. Bakalu is fine. Again, another decent enough backup player. You can play him across the back line, which is really, really helpful. Oh, and Ionot Pop as well. Who's fine. He's absolutely fine. You know, he's reasonable. He's decent, but he's not Excellent. How am I getting on? I'm good. I'm good, thank you, Root. I'm very well indeed. I'm deep in this save. I'm having a nice time with it. We sadly, ruined a couple of saves that we had during the FM24 cycle, but yeah, no, I'm into it. I do like a Journeyman. What I don't like though is moving around. That's the bit that I don't like. I don't like leaving a club and moving. So I like to try and get myself involved and stay for a bit, but I know that I've got to move eventually. Some in the chat might think that we've been spending 2 streams trying to look for a new club. It does happen from time to time, but ideally I'd like to stay and create something. But sometimes it just doesn't work, doesn't it? It's just not gonna happen. Have we released him? I think we have, haven't we? Yeah, right, let's move him down to the second. Let's get these players out that we're trying to release, so they're not in my way, not confusing me. Dutty, we're not sure about. Martinovic, we've said. Welcome, Lord. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, buddy. Appreciate the raid. Very kind. Never forget the Bristol City job offer from British Steel. Oh yeah, that was an interesting one, wasn't it? Should we have gone? Oh, I don't know. I still don't know about that one. Maybe we should have done. I don't know. Offline save is South End. They've got -10 in the National League. And my online save is just with a mate. 2 seasons in, starting League One. He's still there beyond the Championship playoffs. Nice. Good work. Let's see what we've got for defensive mids. So we've got this guy here, Coupe. Again, is okay. He's fine enough as a young ball winner. And we've got Magic George, who's just come through. Who we like. How's all the Pokemons we go with young Jamesons? Oh, Kev, right. So I need to let you in on something here. Dodgy Gamer's in. Nice to see you, Dodgy Gamer. Nice to see you, my friend. How are we? Hope you're well. Welcome. What I got, Kev, right, is I got a couple of good pulls. So we got an elite trainer box. Okay, the boys have got one each for Easter. Okay, and I may or may not have queued up at 9 o'clock for release for a box for myself, right, and some more packs for the kids that they can open them, right. And on the Pokemon channel that we've got now, right, I opened up this trainer box, and in it was currently the card in this collection. I didn't know. So I pulled the signature illustration rare of Salamanca. I don't know. Callum's trying to correct my pronunciations on it. Last week it was going for 150 quid and the price was rising on it. And the kids don't know I've got it yet. It's not the most expensive car we've got in the house. I've already said that something on last week's stream. Eldest Jameson pulled like a shiny Charizard that's worth like 300 quid or whatever, and that is just like going up and up and up. So that's in the house. And so I pulled this card on the video. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's amazing, right? And then of course I looked at it. I'm like, oh, that's actually quite decent. And the kids were looking through my binder the other day, and they were like, oh, that's a shiny card. Where did you get that? And I was like, you must have a swap of it, because if I've got it, you must have a swap. And they're like, we haven't got that card. Have you been getting cards? And I'm like, me no speak English. Like, I didn't know what to say. I was just like, like in improv where they're like, line. I was just waiting for that. Oh God, honestly, I panicked. I was just like, I'm about to get grilled by a 6-year-old here as to why have I got Pokemon that they don't know about. I think I've styled it out just about, but I think he knows. I think he knows I've got cards. Can I help with tactics? Oh, if only you knew. Double I, triple I, quadruple I, 85 eyes. Join the Discord, mate. That's probably the best place to do it, right? Join the Discord. There's a tactics garage in there that'll help you with tactics. So tell us what's wrong with your tactic explicitly. Then someone can maybe offer you a bit of guidance, a bit of assistance. Have I tried the TCG card shop emulator? You can get a Pokemon mod for it. Tell me more about this dodgy Rolex. What's that? Because what I want to do is I'd like to do TCG online, but I've downloaded it and it doesn't like it on my computer, and I don't know how to get it from my phone. Callum's managed to do it, but yeah, I can't get TCG to work on my computer. So I was going to try and stream that. Not that, you know, I'm aware that the majority of my audience, 99.9% of my audience, is Football Manager, and Football Manager only is probably about 99.9%. I would say maybe 70% of my audience is Football Manager, but willing to try something else. Yeah. So that means like there's maybe like 30% or so that would be like, okay, cool, let's try some new things. I've got some gaming stuff on there, which we've got there. You've got like some extra channels. You know, I'm doing some gaming stuff now, trying to do some Pokemon things, do some different bits and bobs. I think you've got to. I don't think you can't just stick with just Football Manager anymore now. Like, it just doesn't work, you know. And I think we now need to start looking at some more different avenues. And like I've been playing with United City FM with Minecraft. He's been sitting in streams and telling me how to play it. So that's something we're doing now. We're going to do some more Minecraft streams. We do City Skylines on a Sunday, which is good. So yeah, doing some extra bits and pieces, and it's just keeping it fun, keeping it fresh. Kev says, I've got absolutely no idea about anything Pokemon, but I'm all for wholesome Jameson memory making. That is awesome. That right there. That right there. This is why we love Kev, you know. £11, great game. Got a 97% overall score. Oh, 36,000 reviews. Wow. TCG Card Shop Simulator. Where do I get that? Sorry, excuse me. I didn't have time to mute up there. Should really have muted up that. That was loud. That was loud. Right? And this is a. That will definitely. If there was an echo before on the stream, that's gone. That's definitely gone. More echoey. If you ping the link to one of the mods, Dodgy Rolex, maybe Rugio or Dan, they'll be able to post a link, because yeah, we don't have links in the chat, I'm afraid. I think I just heard a plane taking off. Yeah. It's kids are definitely gonna be awake. Now I can't hear anything. Soz about that, everyone. I did try and avert, but yeah, that's what happens. Good audio. Good audio. Yeah. But there was no muffle, so you know. And yeah, Dan's deaf anyway, so it doesn't really matter. If anything, it's cured his deafness. Now he hears perfectly. I'm like anti-deaf Jesus. Siniescu's not quite a defensive midfielder. He's more of a playmaker, isn't he? So let's put RJA/DLP. Sinescu. I'm looking at this, right, and thinking, how much am I actually gonna add to the team? Some of it is going to depend upon who leaves, I think. Like, because if we can keep a hold of players, then we don't need to remove them, do we? You know, we don't need to go looking for more players. But yeah, if we lose one or two, then all of a sudden it's like get the emergency services out. I think Bick can leave. He's probably a bit too old now. 34. He's on the downward. He's on the downward, isn't he? Imagine if TJ sneezing is the only thing you can hear. You would definitely feel like the world is against you. That would be a bit harsh, wouldn't it? And now I can't hear anything. I can't hear. Achoo! Oh, TJ's just sneezed. There you go. Right. I heard that, but nothing else. Rubbish. That would be awful. Right. Okay. Attacking midfielders. Adamczyk. I've got a feeling he wants to leave. He's out of contract next year. What's that wanting thing? Hopes the team will make an offer to match the price he's agreed to be sold for. So he wants to leave. Okay. So Adamczyk wants to leave. Hagi doesn't. Card shop simulator. Oh, that looks cool. That does look quite cool, actually. Is it early access? Right, you can't see my Steam, can you? If I just put that there. Looks alright, doesn't it? I mean, like you can't see sort of my login details and stuff, Kev. So if I show that, then that's fine. Yeah. That's pretty cool, actually. So many simulators. There is, like, everything's a simulator now, isn't it? Like, you know. Okay, well, maybe we'll do a bit of that then. Maybe we'll do some TCG simulations. That might be fun, actually. I'll keep my eye on that. Thank you for that, by the way. Dodgy Rolex. Very interesting. Pokemon mod is quality. Okay. Is the Pokemon mod free, or is the Pokemon, do you pay for it as an extra? I'm not against it, of course. All free. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well, you know what? This is. You might want to be careful if you stream a Pokemon mod. Oh, what, from you mean from like a copyright and licensing perspective, Rouge? Potentially, yeah. I guess is it any different to streaming, like when we've got fake kits and fake badges and like it's copyright material all over the place? Is it any different to that, or is it? Oh, it's just because Nintendo are bastards. Fair enough. Okay, do that. It's a lot worse. TJ Sneeze Simulator. Yeah, imagine that. That'd be brutal, wouldn't it? That wouldn't be ideal. So Vina is another backup. Sorry, I've forgotten. We're trying to look to buy players here, aren't we? Vina's one of our midfielders. He's not. No. I'm going to say release. 33 years old. Let's get rid of him. Okay. Bick we're getting rid of. Okay. And now it comes to up top, doesn't it? We've got a couple of youngsters that we know are half decent, so we're going to put them in there. Stoica. I mean, Stoica's a great Romanian name. So, Alan Stoica. So he's got to be great. Raul Stoica. Raul Stoica. This guy's got to be brilliant. And Bascanio. So Bascanio could actually replace Adamczyk. Bascanio. Right, Bascanio. And we do have some wide players now as well. Okay. So, left midfield is Abashvili, who looks half decent. Yeah. Actually looks more than half decent, to be honest. He's quick. He can cross, he can dribble. He's creative. Yeah, he could be a bit of a handful. Look, Kamara. This guy here, who plays either on the right or in the middle. Again, he can create some things. He's quick, he can dribble. He's got a bit of flair. Kokosh. He's not great, is he really? Could maybe offer him out actually. He's maybe not good enough. Just signed a new contract, or is it because he's come from the second team? I mean, that's great, but yeah, not quite good enough. And then then we've got our strikers up front. So obviously our number one is Kostosya. Kostosya, we want to keep him, but we suspect he might leave. Supermarket simulator I've seen. That is definitely a thing. Jokeru was banging them in left, right and centre. He's only 29 as well. 12 and 21. So we'll keep him up there. He knows where the goal is. Sabu, 16 years old. He's getting goals as well. He just feels very much like whoever we put in could do all right. Kojakuru, probably let him go, maybe. Yeah, he's all right, but he's not good enough, really, is he? To be a first teamer, a first choice striker. And so yeah, I think ultimately, overall, what I've got from this, for the hour that we've been streaming so far, is we're lacking just an extra bit of quality, right? Extra bit of quality. If we manage to keep all of our first teamers in the window, then we're fine. Okay, I'm confident that we can build upon this with the players we've got. If we lose one or two, then that's when it becomes right. What can we buy? Who can we buy? I think Kev asked before about are we what's our view on loans or frees? Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine with loans or freebies. I've got no preference either way. I'm not hell bent on only having players brought in. The club really want us to sign players under the age of 23, ideally under the age of 20, and they don't want us to sign players over the age of 30, which is really difficult for me because I love a 35-year-old former legend, like, you know. So that's where we might struggle a little bit. We are playing attacking football. We are playing possession football, which again works with that box formation that we like. And the plan is finish in the top 3 places next season. So pressure's on. Okay, pressure is on. Top 3. Managerial support, not a great deal just yet. Okay. So let's tell them our plans. Yeah. Just tell them that we reckon we can come back and do well. Combine the above and get money laundering simulator. Oh yeah. I saw drug dealing simulator and thought, that's weird. Why is that a thing? It's all very odd. Supermarket simulator is a thing, yeah. Yeah. Very, very strange. Very strange. So Rapid Bucharest have won the Romanian Cup. This is us end of season review. Eggy, they're happy with Eggy. Players we signed. Cupe paid over the odds. We'll see about that. Kamara was cheap. Pop was cheap. And Kuik. So yeah, we were 4 points away from the playoffs. But bear in mind, we only joined midway through the season. We joined 10 games in, so... Sorbu, fans player of the season. Serban, sorry. Jokeru, young player of the season. Turda, signing of the season. Goal of the season was a damn chick. Jokeru, top goal scorer. That's interesting. That is very interesting. Okay. Okay, so let's save that and there's end of season 5. For content purposes, obviously. Yeah. Which of course I haven't started yet. Excuse me. Zahid, 33 years old. Don't go bringing him near me. What a 33-year-old doing? At a club that's built entirely on youth. Oh, is this the thing? Do we maybe only push to do it with the youth? Ooh, you can't win anything with kids. Apparently, that's what they say. Can we prove everyone wrong? Still waiting for all this to finish up. There you go. The promotion spots have been decided. There you go. Politanika Ayashi have gone into League 2. Have I enjoyed my season in Romania? Do you know what, Kev? I have, and it's bizarre because we've been winning matches, and that feels unnatural to me. And I know that that's the thing that lots of people like, but I have enjoyed it a little bit. I'm really sorry. I have actually enjoyed a couple of wins. It's felt slightly cheaper than the wins that we had with HIFK, because it felt like we were having to like really grind to get some wins with HIFK. And Farrell do seem like an unrealistic step up from HIFK. But I mean, it is, you know, I'm trying to play realistic, but it's a game. You know, there's always going to be those things where something is going to happen that's not realistic. I mean, the whole thing's not realistic, really, when you think about it. You know, you're given someone who's got no coaching experience is given a job in another country to manage and I've stayed there for 4 years without being paid. Yeah, people get non-league clubs to win the Champions League, so of course it's like it's not. There's no element of realism to it, is there? But if I'm trying to tell this story, of sort of TJ the manager, what feels like a realistic plot point. Winning can be lovely. I understand why people like it. Don't get me wrong. I understand it. It feels much nicer to not have to turn the computer off and go, well, we've got a big problem. We're going to have to do something different next week. That feeling's not good. So yeah, I understand. I understand why people like winning. I understand why people want to win as much as they can. Winning too much, I think that's the fine line, Dan. I think that could be the fine line. Like winning, just winning enough. Yeah, winning a reasonable amount. That sounds fine. But you're right, winning too many, like where it's Spacebar Manager. That's when it's like a bit boring. JM, nice to have you in, my friend. How are you, sir? Hope you're good. I know you're saying there, you do love a good win. Yeah, a good win's nice. Like, I like when we've earned to win. We've earned a good win. That's a good one. I do like that. When you've ground out a good win. Whoa. That feels better to me, right? But winning constantly, that just feels a bit like I feel like I'm not connecting with the save at that point. FM Russ, does winning too much get boring after a while? I would imagine so. I can't say for definite because it's not something I do, but I would imagine it probably does. I'd imagine it does. We had the only way I can really go back look at this is going back to our Celtic side in the British Steel Challenge. That side was ridiculous. The tactic we had, the players we had, we smashed pretty much everyone that came up against us. Like we beat Barcelona like 5-1 or something. Like, it's just like it was just we destroyed them 3 at the back. And yeah, just all those players worked perfectly. We won the quadruple in our first season. And at that point, like, we knew we had to move because that was the whole point of the save, was that we had to move to different nations to win more trophies. But like, could we have stayed at Celtic and just kept winning? It would have got boring after like 2 or 3 seasons, guarantee. Like, you hear, like, when you talk to Second Yellow Card about when he does his build a nation, and you've got to the point when your team is dominant in the league, and it's all about helping other teams. Thankfully, we never got to that situation where we were dominant. But yeah, I could imagine that must get tiresome where when you know the league's going to be wrapped up and all you're doing is trying to focus on nudging into the next spot in Europe. Like, that must be like soul destroying. Yeah. Nation building save will be fine. The way we played it was fine. Like, we sort of were very much focused on everyone else, really, not ourselves, I suppose. We forgot to really focus on what was right in front of us. It becomes a simulation at that point. I think that's a fair assessment, Jam. He's got them pending retirement. Koshikaru, they're saying get rid of. Okay, interesting. Luca Banu, 23 years old. Give a new deal, maybe? Why not? 2-2 not good enough. Okay, I mean, look, they know what they know, so. Well, let me look at this. We've already been told that they don't think that we're good enough. I mean, this is... Oof. Not sure about that. We tend to do this whenever we move to a new club. We just give the current staff at least a year to prove their worth. Right, there we go. Bogdan Buse. Apparently that's the signing we need to make. I mean, looking at attributes, I can see why. You know, reasonable jumping reach, reasonable concentration, reasonable marking, reasonable tackling. Okay, 20 years old. Surely he's going to improve. Yeah? Matches the new philosophy. Good stamina, good strength, balanced personality. Then Craiova second of it in the Craiova second team. So yeah, he's on our shortlist already. He's available for loan, so that could be interesting. We might look to bring him on loan maybe. Alexandru Luca, another central midfielder, another attacking midfielder. Started the season well. He's tailed off towards the end. Six assists, 4 goals. 3rd in Liga 2 for passes completed. 7th for pressures. 9th for distance covered. See, now it starts to lose it a bit, doesn't it? 14th for assists. 27th for expected goals. 17th for expected assists. 23rd for key passes. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Actually, I think I could be wrong. Maybe it's actually quite good. He's already on the shortlist, so that's a good sign. Yeah. Decent passing, good progressive passes, winning the ball back. 24 years old as well. 250 grand release clause. We tried to buy him. I remember now. We tried to buy him. Striking options. Atanas Trickier. Did he turn you down? No, he didn't turn us down. We weren't able to meet the club's expectations for value. We were haggling quite a lot. I wasn't really wanting to spend much money on him. So I didn't even get anywhere near 100 grand on him. So it's not to say that we couldn't get it done. We didn't pursue it hard enough. So So it's maybe interesting that he's still there. So if we potentially were looking to let a damn shit go, for example, I like this guy, by the way, as well. Atanas Trika. Finishing, acceleration, jumping reach, decision making, 6'3", 12 goals in 33 games. I like the look of this lad. What division is he playing in? So he's playing in the top division. Okay. Analysis wise, 3.04 shots per 90 minutes. Not bad, not bad. What is he? 450 grand. 475 grand release clause for relegation. £800,000 minimum. I mean, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. But I like the look of him. And Christian Ignant, centre half. Jumping reach of 15. Determination 14. 6'4". CSMS Alexandra. League 3. Right, okay. Third division player. Can he step up? I don't think he's too different to what we've got, actually. Like, yeah. Yeah, in fact, actually, he's a little bit better than Kuick. So, they could potentially make a decent partnership. Big unit, good in the air. Rich in with a follow. Appreciate you, Rich. Yeah, he could actually be fine, couldn't he? So that's Ignat. So let's just make a note of these players then, because these are players who are definitely worth looking at. Finding one or two gems in the league below is a good shout. Yeah, yeah. If we can save a bit of money, it's always about finding value, isn't it? That's the money ball way. Finding value where others don't see it. 29-year-old Canadian Andrew Ruiz. He looks fine actually as well. Andrea Kojma, wide target forward. I don't really play with a wide target forward, but I mean, he's not quite what we're looking for, I don't think. Dragos Ion, 5'8", 3 goals, mainly used as a substitute. Perfectionist striker, wanted by Dinamo Bucharest, so he must be half decent. Top speed allows him to outpace players over longer sprints. 14 and 15. And that could help. He is all pace. So essentially, we want Big Eggy to nod the ball to him, or we play him through. Slip the ball through for him. He could be quite decent. Okay. So that's 3 players that I like the look of, actually, that our scouts have already seen. We've got a partnership with Wolfsburg, have we? We do. Wolfsburg are first option to buy our players. Oh, right, okay. So yeah, so we can't take their players, but they can take ours. That's good, isn't it? The Jica Popescu Academy, we've got first dibs on all of their players. So I don't know whether it's worth just doing a quick poll. Actually, what's the easiest way of doing that? Who's their top player? Serban Lazar, no. Opre, no. Dan Savu. Ah. Might be worth looking at the Wolfsburg youngsters, see if there's a loan or two. That's a good shout, actually. Megadiga. What have Wolfsburg got then? Shall we? Under 19s. No, I suppose we have to scout them, aren't we? Because we won't really know. Yeah, we don't have to see 6'2" Alexander Norata and Justin Keffel. Oh, Justin Keffel looks all right, doesn't he? Ooh. No wage contribution. Kev, you might be a genius. Justin Keffel looks pretty good, doesn't he? That's a I mean that allows us to replace Adamczyk. Let's just show him now, right? Yeah, so comparing him with Adamczyk. Okay, he's quicker, he's a bit more physical, better in the air. Granted, he's not quite as good technically. In fact, he sort of does lack a few of the technical aspects, doesn't he? He lacks that first touch, he lacks a bit of dribbling. In fact, yeah, technically he's nowhere near as good. Also worth a look at this connection between the clubs, even if it seems to be only one way. No, you're absolutely right. I'd not even considered that, Kev. So determined, good decision making. He's not as brave, but he is aggressive. He anticipates the ball well. His vision's not as good, but he can jump. I mean, for free, he's a no-brainer, isn't he? 18 years old, 6 foot. Get the lad in. Interesting that we knew all about him, isn't it? He's a good rotating option if needs be. Yeah. He's not going to come, is he? 30. Evening, Murph. How are you, my friend? Welcome in. What's happening in the world of Murph? Are we back on Are we on the Pentagon yet, or is it Friday? All's well. All is well back here as well, buddy. All's very well. Thank you for that. We're asking. We need to. We've been talking. We've been talking Minecraft tonight, so I think Kev and I are doing Friday maybe. Radoslevsky gets the Player of the Month. We started today with second tier in Burkina Faso. Yes, I love that. Did you download the mega pack? Because that's what you have to be. That's what we need for the Pentagon. You gotta have that mega pack in there. Oh, Limo's here as well. Yes, Limo. How are you, my friend? Pleasure to have you here. Everyone's in. Everyone's in tonight. How's life treating you, Limo? Hope it's good. Yeah, we've got some good people in tonight. I like that. You know what? I like it. It's nice when people choose to hang out in your in your streams. It is nice, you know. All good apart from the Derby result. Oh, don't tell me you lost to them. God's sake, Limo. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to say the same to you lot that I said to Liverpool when they let Newcastle win. The fuck have you gone and let them win for? Do you know what I mean? Can't rely on yous for nout. Can't rely on Liverpool to beat Newcastle. Can't rely on Everton to beat Liverpool. God, football's stupid. It is nice, Jamie. It's absolutely nice. Because you know what? That's the thing. It's people have chosen to spend time in a stream that is very similar to what you're doing yourself. But it just means that obviously they're comfortable being here, and you know this is a place they want to hang out. So I like it. I like it. It's nice. It's a nice feeling. Murph says he's added the African Asian leagues, loads of options except for Qatar and Saudi. Yeah, you got to add all that in. Like to be fair, I put those in. I certainly wasn't going to manage there, but I put them in because I knew that they would distort the transfer market. So that's why I put them in. And also by doing a pentagon, I was like, I needed to make winning those continents harder, in a sense. Like, I know Asia's difficult enough anyway, but yeah. I don't know why I put them in. I should have just left them out. Ultimately, that wasn't the failing of the Pentagon for me. Relegation battle in the Championship is looking tasty. Yeah, the relegation battles do tend to be quite fun. The promotion battle's going to be alright as well, to be honest. I'm sure there'll be a few twists and turns. Leeds slipping down the pecking order. They're desperate to not get promoted, aren't they? Yeah. The fact that I'm quite a hunk as well. Well, Limo. Takes one to know one, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Game recognises game. Yeah. Some sexy people in this stream tonight. Speaking of which, here's Chris. Chris, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you, my friend. Welcome in. Murph says I can't play them as they'd still be in the Champions League anyway. Oh, yeah. Disgusting. We love the Championship. Yes, we do, Brit. Best league in the world. Championship, League One, Vanarama North. Sorry, no. Yeah, Championship, Serie A, League One, Vanarama North, Norwegian League. Then, you know, Botswana. Way down Premier League. Like, so far down. Like, just worse than Sunday League. Awful. Load of shite. Yeah. Evening, Ian. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Speaking of Vanarama North, Marine are staying up. Are they? Congratulations to Marine. Poor blind Spartans, aren't they? They've gone. They've gone again. Oof, they've gone. Loads of issues now with Karastea. I don't want him to leave. I know he's going to, but I don't want him to. I mean, we have got some strikers that can fill in, and we do like that new lad we've just seen there, Trika. All right, Trika. I can't sign him. I can't sign him for that. I can't sign him for the fact that he sounds like a Cockney geezer. All right, Trika. Blythe playing the Northern Premier League Division 1. I think Blythe are playing like in the local Sunday leagues next year. Literally, like, if they can afford to put 50 pence down, they get to play next week. But if not, not a thing. Yes, Dill, how are you, my friend? Look at this. See, it's just everyone's in tonight. Pleasure to see you, Dill. All good, thank you, mate. Very good indeed. Hope you're well. Hope the family's well. Hope Mrs. Dill's good. Enjoyed the Clates pod. Very kind of you to say so. Thank you for that. Thank you indeed. Clates pod's very good. Look at that. There's the link straight away. There's the link. if you haven't followed the FM Show podcast by now, what are you playing at? It's been out for 88 episodes. 89 episodes as of tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode is really, really interesting. Really interesting. And one that I am so happy that we've got to do. Tomorrow, we're interviewing the creator of the original Football Manager, Kevin Toms. So the guy who made Football Manager in 1981. We recorded it 2 weeks ago now? 2.5 weeks ago, maybe? It's a great conversation, isn't it, Chris? Like, Chris has obviously been edited. Chris is our editor, by the way, now, doing work for us. But yeah, it was class. Like, we managed to get we got it locked down. I just sent, you know what? He's so lovely, right? He's so lovely. Just sent him a message about a month ago now or something, saying, "Oh, look, you know, we wondered, you know, would you be interested in coming on the show?" And he was like, replied within the day, and then like every other email I'm sending, he's like replying straight away. We were like able to get some time booked in, and then like we had to shift a few things around, unfortunately. But he was super accommodating to, like, you know, then move stuff around rather than being like, "Oh, you've missed your chance, that was it." He was just like, "Yeah, cool, like, you know, just like let me know what's what, and like, you know, this works for me, does this work for you?" And then when we got him in the call, and I said, "Look, we're not going to take too much of your time, you know, we'll record for an hour and, you know, let you go," sort of thing. And he was just great. We just recorded the show, and then we had a bit of chat afterwards, and it was yeah, I hope it comes across the way that we hope it does. Like, it felt like a really nice conversation. I've listened to it back. I think it comes across as a good episode, and it's just really interesting to get a massively different perspective on how gaming was in the 80s and what it was like for him to essentially open the door for all this. Because, you know, we talk about the fact that there was no Football Manager games at the time, but then there was also loads. You know, so what made his stand out? How did he come up with the idea? How did he come up with the concept? It was yeah, there's some really, really good chat in there, and I think you're all going to enjoy it. For people who've maybe not been aware that there was a game prior to Champ Manager, it's going to be really interesting. For us oldies, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's fucking Kevin Toms. Like, there's a bit of that. So yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's really nice, and you've got that nice balance in ages of me and Aaron and Si, trying to sort of like talk about how it works and stuff. And it's yeah, it's good. It's good. I was really, really pleased we managed to get it locked in, and it's yeah, I think we're going to do it justice. You know, Chris, be grateful you don't have to edit the stream up. So far, it's been full of Minecraft, Pokemon, and TCG. Chris and I talked about this, and yeah, maybe we have some conversations planned as to how quickly we can edit my stream. Well, it's not how quickly we can edit my stream; it's what we can leave in if we were to do that. You know. It makes a change from a loser talking about his anus. I can talk about my arse as well if you like. Oh, I tell you what, no. I'm not going to. I'm gonna hold. I've actually managed to find my own level. I've worked out what my level is. I'm one of life. I'm an oversharer, right? I'm an oversharer, and I nearly went with the. We all know each other well enough now, but I stopped. I went, you know what? No. We need to have some level of professional boundary here. So we're all mates, and that's great, and we all get along really fine. But I'm not telling you about me bum, right? So I'm gonna keep that to myself. Some things can be left to the imagination. I realise the more I'm talking about, the more I say and not say, right? It just allows you to fill more blanks in. That's me leaving. It's the reason I came in. I mean, Murph, I'll send you the pictures. That's unfortunate. I joined just as you were talking right there, and I heard you talking about your bum. Well, yeah, I mean, you've missed any context, easy. Just got the popcorn and gloves out. I mean, to be fair, that was part of the problem. There was popcorn and gloves involved. The last thing you want is a kernel stuck up there, innit? Ooh. Actually, it wouldn't really make a difference unless it was really, really hot in your innards. Innards? What am I on about? As long as it's the only blanks that are getting filled in. Oh, Rich, come on. Not the only blanks, surely. Think of a world of possibilities here. Yeah. Open your mind. The transfer window's open, everybody. Remember that thing that we were here for? Do you remember when we started talking like an hour and a half ago about Romanian second division football and transfer windows, and then all of a sudden we went off onto tangents, as we always do, and then eventually we're talking about my bum, and then, oh yeah, the transfer window's open. So there you go. You know the part where you're talking about not saying anything. That's when you change the subject. I'm trying. Holster, really looking forward to tomorrow's show. There you go. Look, this is what we're going to talk about instead. This is nice. Kevin Tom's on the ZX Spectrum. The reason why I got into football management games in the first place. Hope he realises how important he is in the big scheme of things. Do you know what, Holster? Like, yeah, he does realise. He does realise, but he's not big with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not braggy. He's not arrogant. He knows just how important what he's done is. He's very humble. He is very humble, Chris. You're right, yeah. That's the word I was looking for. Like, he knows that, you know, he created something that has lived on. By making a football management game, you know, someone had to do it. He's just the guy that did it. And yeah, we joke on about the name, and we do talk about the name actually, and get into, you know, what conversations happened with, or didn't happen with, you know, the football manager name and the rebrand. So that's really interesting to talk about, and he was very open about that as well, which is really nice. But he's just a lovely bloke. He's just a really, really nice man. And as I say, I'm very, very grateful that he gave us his time. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you all enjoy it. I think you will. It's very different from some of the other episodes where we've gone off on tangents and been very much like Patreon energy. It very much feels like a quote unquote proper podcast where we try and get some information out of our guests rather than just like, you know, oh, can you come up with something that's, you know, potentially got a bit of discussion point or clippable, you know. It feels like a proper podcast. So yeah, it's great. No tangents. How did you rein RDF in? Well, I mean, we tried. We just took his microphone off him. It was the easiest way of doing it, you know. It was me as well. Even I didn't manage to go off on one. So yeah, let us know when you listen to it tomorrow. Let us know what you think. Because yeah, I think it's decent. And on Patreon was where we got all the tangents out. So we went wild on Patreon, not with Kevin, by the way. We let Kevin go. We got FM Console in to do FM Console Investigates, and that went loose. That went loose. So yeah, you'd have been, if you're on Patreon, you'll have heard it. Yeah, so Radoslevsky's has a buyout clause. So if that buyout clause is met, he leaves. I don't want him to leave, but he also got really upset when I turned it down beforehand. So yeah, so that's this week's episode coming out. Last week's was Clates, which of course you've all heard, and then tomorrow we have Big Robbo on the show as well. So Big Robbo's joining us tomorrow. So if anyone's got any questions for Big Robbo, feel free to pop them up in the chat. Feel free to pop them in Discord. Did you find out what the ancient curse has affected ancient console? That means we lose when he's in the stream. We don't know about that. We don't know about that. I might have to see. I might have to do like a proper survey in and around his area. Maybe he lives on an ancient Indian burial ground, possibly. But he is bad luck, isn't he? He really is bad luck. So, Big Robber was far too much mank for my scout's brain to cope with. Yeah. Well, you know, we'll put subtitles on it if we have to, you know. But yeah, he's a good lad, is Robbo. I got to raid Robbo for the first time this afternoon. He seems to be crushing the streams. Yeah, he's on another level. He's part of the, I think he's part of like the Aaron Hunt and Angry Ginge and that crew. Big mates with Zims. So collabs is one of the things we're going to talk about, because he's really, really big on collabs. And in terms of Football Manager, the Football Manager space, there's not a lot of collabs gets done. Like we've been doing them recently with the Jameson collab, where we've been doing multi-streaming, co-streaming. Kev and I did it with Minecraft. You know, Musterman jumped in and did some recruitment with us. I think it's the way to go. I think collabing is definitely the way to go. Like, we've spoken about this. Myself, Aaron, Sai, Kev, I'm sure we've spoken about this as well ourselves. Limo's right. It's like a new generation coming through. They're doing things differently to how we do things. That, you know, you've got to pool your resource now. You know, you've got to pool your resource. He's been very clever by the looks of things, brought people from the outside of the FM world into it. Yeah, absolutely. And I think he has a FIFA background as well. You know, I've just got an FM background, so I do think that if you can bring in those external factors, open up the world of FM to those people, then I think that's when you can benefit. Like, you know, you look at the numbers that FM stream to. It's not very big. You know, compared to what FIFA's got, or you know, we did. You know, we looked at City Skylines. There wasn't many people streaming City Skylines. You know, we jumped into Minecraft. There's thousands of people. I think it was like 45,000 people were streaming Minecraft the day we jumped on and did our first stream. And we're not looking to get the Minecraft crowd. You know, but it's the other way around, isn't it? You know, if you can bring. We brought the Football Manager crowd into City Skylines, for example, and yeah, it's just a bit of that in it, you know, young, energetic, fresh. Yeah, it's all these things, like, you know, it's new voices. That's what it needs to be. It's new voices. Mr. Jolly Old Man Tony bringing through the new generation. Eventually, we have to. Do you know what I mean? You put the Wonder Kids in. You know, the 45-year-old Journeyman who've been hanging in the midfield, clogging up the starting 11. Eventually they've got to go. Yeah, the younger players have to come in. The younger generation will come in because they're streaming for that younger audience. So they're getting the people that are younger audience because they're giving them what they want. Like, you know, I find it difficult looking on like a TikTok or looking on Instagram or whatever. Sometimes even on Twitch, YouTube especially. I'm a 45-year-old bloke. I don't know what people in their 20s want, because I'm not watching the content that they watch. You know, I'm not looking at, like, I look at some YouTube stuff and I go, that's not designed for me. That's not aimed at me at all. Like, I look at thumbnails. I don't want my thumbnails to look like everyone else's, but I know that they have to look that way because that's what generates attention. That's what gets people involved. You know, I don't want to have to do, like, I like to stream like this at my pace, you know, with my sort of style saves, the sort of chat we've got, because that works for me and that's my authenticity. I couldn't stream like anybody else. Like, I look at like comedians, like they have like different ways of holding themselves on stage, and it's like, it's cool. Like, you look at it with awe. You're like, wow, like, I can't do what you can do. And that's really, really great, because it's so different. Like, you've not just taken the if I use the term vanilla, I mean like as a sort of like as a carte blanche across the thing, right? You know, like everything has to evolve. Like when Crew first came out a few years back, Crew came out and it just everything he looked was really stylized. It was great. Clates used to stand out because of again how his stream looked. It was very polished. Even little things like get a circular camera, you know, rather than like a square. Those little things stand out. Those styles change. The way people talk changes. The way that you present the game changes. Zim's smashing it, multi-streaming left, right, and centre. TikTok, Instagram, you know, YouTube, Twitch, all at the same time. Murph, you know all about this. You've done multi-streaming. You know that's where it is. You know, if you can be on all those platforms. Like I've got TikTok streaming agreed, but I haven't pressed go because it's just like, what on earth do I do? Like, what do I do? And then Limo says, yeah, there's a scouser with a wig having a beer, comes along and smashes 442. And do you know what? There's a place for everybody, Limo, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty. Like, there has to be a place for everybody, yeah? You can't just all be the same. You can't be. So it's great seeing people doing stuff differently. Kev says there, this is a cycle for sure. We've came in off the back of Kev, Ben and Jack. We try and do things a little bit differently. Then the new blood comes in off what we did. Our streams don't push FM forward, but we become community over content. Like, that's it, innit? Yeah. Kev, the United City Kev always says he is not a content creator, he is a community creator. And I feel that. I think Kev would probably say something similar about myself as well. But I think Kev wears that crown the best out of all of us. You know, he's a community creator. And I'm the same. Like, you know, I bring us here, we all sit in, we have a chat, we have fun. You know, I can't crunch out YouTube videos. I can't just, you know, make content. I stream because it just allows me to talk. Like, I just like the sound of my own voice, really. I'm looking at this screen here, by the way. Gabriel Garcia sacked at HIFK. They had a manager that they've sacked. He has a win percentage of 9%. He played 11 games. He's won 9%. He's lost 54. We were overachieving and then some with that team. Look how badly he's done. Awful. Poor HIFK. They're bottom. What happened? Like, we didn't leave them in a bad spot, right? Like, we knew that Mohammed was going, and when we got rid of Veneer, right? But okay, Malolo came back. We knew about that. Nygaard signed, but what have they done? Unbelievable. They've ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. You know, there's no going back. Chris is already on board going, you can't go back, Tony. You can't go back. Oh, could you see the glint in my eye there that just went, oh, we could. Yeah, I left. Yeah, that's the problem. I left, and therefore everything just collapsed. I was holding them together. Could you believe it? Could you believe that I was the one that was actually doing the good thing? Who'd have thought? We had some good times at HIFK. No, you didn't. It was bad. Yeah, all right, fine. It was shocking. it was so bad. Yeah, don't try and think of any of the good times. Tony likes his unpaid internships. Oh, me and Mrs. J have got far too much money. Yeah, we have to go and take some unpaid work. That'd be great. Nice to see you, Zeep. Hope you're well. Limo, I watched the clip of me and Carl the other day, and Ben commentated over a brilliant moment to be involved with. Oh, one of my favourite playoff moments. Probably my favourite playoff moment, Limo, actually. That just encapsulated everything about what we did at the playoffs. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. If you ever had to explain PvP to anybody who'd never seen it, I'd just show them that clip. Like, that was it. That was the one. That was content. That was content. You brought your glasses. Honestly, mate, it was the best moment. It was absolutely the best moment, and it couldn't be done any other way. You know, it had to be done like that. I wonder what they want for Tricker. Let's have an ask, shall we? And the same with Ignant, because we've got 1.8 mil. Yeah, 1.8 mil to spend. So let's just see what they want for these players, shall we? So Keffel's in. We've got him in from Wolfsburg, so that's a new midfielder, who I believe is probably going to replace Adamchuk. Adamchuk's decent though. Right, Sabu can be replaced there. Let's put Kohler back in. Kohler's wanted again, so what do we think? Can we ship a goalkeeper out? Because Kohler's 33, right? He's fine, right? He's fine, okay? He's fine for what you've got, yeah? Because we're second division of Romania. He doesn't need to be much better than this, okay? He's going to be good at helping our young goalkeeper grow. Problem is, Sigma Olamek, Legia Warsaw, Allianspor in Turkey, like, if any of those clubs come in, he's probably going to want to go. Right? £1 million? If we can get £1 million, awesome for a 33-year-old. I don't know what the likelihood of getting another reasonable goalkeeper is for that. And a goalkeeper who's going to do us for like a year, 2 years. I don't want to put Capitana straight in as the first choice goalkeeper. Rafaya, maybe could do fine, but it's risky, isn't it? It's risky losing a first choice goalkeeper. We don't really want that. Burak Ince is interested. Adams Friday. Miroslav Marinov. 6'3", 24-year-old Bulgarian. Relishes big matches. Has impressive jumping reach. Welcome to lower league stuff where all your players aren't really yours, they're someone else's and they haven't come and claimed them yet. That's it, isn't it? That is literally it. They're always going to be getting sold. They're always going to be going somewhere else. Marinov, 24 years old. Good in the air. Good technically. Oh, he's got some ability, hasn't he? Decent finishing. Decent first touch. Decent enough long shots. Bit of flair. Vision's not too bad. For a free signing? For a free signing, I think we've got to be interested, haven't we? Oof, there's a lot here. $4,000. He's going to be one of those top earners, isn't he? So what, let's take that out. I'm not having 500 grand. 3.6. That's not bad. 3.6 isn't bad. For potentially a striker. Radamovic. 31. Sana. Gambian lad. Roy Herman. Sorry, I'm aware that sometimes I click on players and click straight off them, but if I'm looking at them going, no, it's not going to work. I'll just jump straight off. Esteban Martinez, Paraguayan. Looks quite decent. Good at marking, apparently. That's all we know at this point. Let's see with Fadiga. I was able to see someone else process stuff in their way. Yeah, I hope it doesn't just come across too quick though. Like I'm sort of clicking, going, no. Daguerre, 6'3". He's physical, good jumping reach. Between 19 and 20, that means he's going to be good in the air, right? If the lowest is his jumping reach is 19, then he's going to be fine. Although strangely, 23rd in the league for headers won. Who's winning more headers than this guy? Yeah, he's worth complete scouting. I think he's worth just a gamble at this point. Who's he wanted by? Zamalek. Oof. He's got a £1 million. He wants a £1 million release clause. Let's scout him properly. He does look decent though, doesn't he? £6'3". We like that. 6'3" sounds like a good defender, doesn't it? Stefan Lefter. Not quite the guy. Shindris, Burak, Ince. And then Heidenreich. 27-year-old Czech defender. Ninth in the league for headers won. Consistent. 15th in the league for possessions won. 17th for blocks. Balanced personality. What's his analytics look like? Okay, satisfying to find a little gem or a tall gem. Oh yeah, you definitely find the tall gem. Yeah, find a nice gem. So passing and heading seem to be his main attributes. Yes, Dupe, how are you, my friend? Welcome. How are we? We said tonight's stream was sexy, right? It's just got It's just got paywalled. That's how sexy it is now. Benji FM, nice to see you, my friend. How are you? Appreciate the follow. But yeah, Dupe, nice to see you back streaming, my friend. Hope life is treating you well. Hope the family are good. Yeah, if you're not following Dupe, you need to be doing that. I mean, follow Dupe. Follow the 5-Star Potential podcast as well. Because again, awesome content. Awesome people doing awesome things. So, get it in your lives. Yeah. I'm not even going to ask what Dupe's doing in that emote, but I've seen him do it several times. Yeah. I'm sure it's completely fine and normal. Stepanak. Centre half. It's better in person, right? Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it. This is why you've been away for so long. Is that behind a paywall as well? That wasn't behind a paywall. That was just behind a small brick wall. Yeah, and a bin. He's managing in Scotland. Yeah, there is that. Yeah, someone's got to. And you know what? I reckon he's the sort of person that can make Scotland do well. I wasn't able to do that at all, but Dupe can make it happen. Okay, so Stepanak relishes big matches. It's another Croatian, so he would go alongside our other Croatian, Kuik. That might be a decent partnership. Tony showed off his leg already, so anything's possible. Oh, I did, yeah. Flashed a bit of leg, didn't I? It's true. That was literally like the free one. That was like the 5-minute free view, 10-minute free view. Yeah. Long throws, heading's fine. Acceleration covers for the fact that Kuik can't run. Teamwork, work rate, bravery. Only 2.5 stars though for his... Well, look, why am I looking at the stars? Don't be fooled by the stars, TJ. Yeah. He's a wing back who you're trying to convert to a centre back though, isn't he? That's the problem. 10-minute free view at midnight. That's the one. Yeah, they were the days. They were the days, weren't they, Limo? Oh. Kids these days don't know they're even born. Yeah. Oh, do we just go for Kindris? 29-year-old. Experience. He is a bit slow. Jumping reach is good. Bravery's fine. Used to record to VHS, had 10 minutes of material, that's at least 20. At least 20 wags. 10 minutes, absolutely. And that was back in the day as well, where you can just like lock and reload Dupe. Not like now, where it's like one and then like, oh, right, well, I guess I'm probably back next Tuesday. Yeah. Just stretch it out and do, Game's changed. Watching Eurotrash. Oh, Eurotrash was mint. Honestly, the things they found on that show was superb. Just like, where do they get these people? Brilliant TV. Speak for yourself, I'm 32. All right, show off. Oh, look at me! I've still got stamina. Kindris looks pretty decent. I reckon if we lose Turda, we bring Kindris in. He's 6'3" as well. That's what we need to be comparing with Turda. Channel 5 Friday night, midnight softcore on Red Shoes Diaries. TJ, I bought Job last season. He's just scored his first. He scored his first in 20 games, 12 starts. Not a fan. Right, Veggie, I need more context here. What? Like, where's he? Like, where are you managing, right? Where are you playing him? This can't be Job's fault. This has got to be your fault, I'm afraid. There's no other way around this. Terribly sorry. I have to. Blackpool in the Premier League. Well, look, I mean, there's the thing, right? What you've not done is you've not built the club around. Have you built the club around him? That's what he likes. Yeah. You're taking part of the blame. That's fair. That's all I can ask. You know, as long as you can take part of the blame, then that's reasonable. You know. Has Radoslavsku's minimum fee gone out yet? No, it hasn't. No. Right, still needs to be 1.1 million then. Right. Because if he doesn't, then we're not having it. Tricker, 475 grand. That's a bargain for Tricker, innit? 475 grand for the big lad. Off to the gym in the morning. Don't you worry, Duke. Pleasure to see you as always, my friend. Yeah, no, appreciate the raid. Stay safe, and we'll speak to you soon. As I say, love to the family, and we'll definitely make some time to catch up properly. But yeah, no, top man, Dupe. 475 grand. I think that's money well spent for Trika. It's Trika to rock the... Oh, he doesn't want to join. Damn it. All set for him. And he's like, yeah, I'm not interested, mate. Okay, fine, whatever. Gabriel Glavin wants to leave, so let's look at his reports before he goes, because he's very, very good. Pavlak 26. This guy's free. I've looked at him a couple of times. He's on the shortlist. I like him. Do I get him in then let Mate go? Polish rather than Romanian, so I don't know. Maybe. You got Luton you got Luton in the Champions League after 4 seasons. FM can be great. I mean, 4-4-2 Luton. Now we're talking. I reckon in 4 seasons I could get Sunderland into the Championship. I know they're already in the Championship, but what I mean is get them back into the Championship after I get them relegated. After watching Lelujo's Luton stream last night, Christ, that looks like a nightmare of a team to manage. I think that seems a fair assessment. Yeah. I can't imagine Luton are particularly easy. Right, Radoslavsku still unhappy that we're not selling him. Oh, look, no one's meeting the fee. Four 4-2 at home, 4-4-2 away. Yeah, that's it. Absolutely it. Right, it's 1.1 million or it's nothing. Raul Stoichers wanted by Dinamo Bucharest. I mean, that's a shockingly low figure, surely. Marinov's joined someone else, so we've missed out on a striker. That's fine. Vertical tiki-taka at home and Route 1 away. Why not go Route 1 at home and Route 1 away? That'd be the best one. Right, so Radoslevsku's really, really upset now that we're not able to sell him, so that's a problem. Defensive wingers rule the world. Oh, don't they just, Limo? Like, me and you have spoken about defensive wingers a lot. And I love a defensive winger. You love a defensive winger. Yeah, it's the most underused. It's the most underused role in FM. Like, if you know how to use them, oh, they are like magic. Right, everybody wants Radoslevsku to leave, so that's a bit disappointing. Okay. So fine, we're going to lose Radoslevsku. What a shame. Right, let's pop one of our younger players in there then, shall we? Let's pop Senescu in. Who are we playing? Voluntari. But they work for free. Where's Kamara? Put him in as well. Right, Serban's in at left back. Kohler can stay in goal. I mean, look at that. That's probably our first team, actually, I reckon. Oh, if you've got a link, pop it to Rugio, Dan, or myself, Limo, and then we can post it up for you. Yeah, right. So this seems to be some sort of friendly cup we're playing. Well, we've nearly gone 1-0 down after a minute. We have gone 1-0 down after a minute. No, we haven't. Nope, disallowed. It's all fine. Don't worry. Panic over. Panic over. I'm not sure who Voluntari are. Keffel floats the ball in. Back post. Oh, nodded away. Keffel. Magic George. Yeah. Oh no worries, Liam. When I say just ping it across and we can post it in. Yeah, it was one of those ones when I set streaming up originally. I was just like, I'm not going to bother with links, and I don't know whether I should leave them on or not. But you know when you sort of get stuck in your ways. Good save by Kohler. Let's move that to balance rather than cautious, I reckon. Kohler punches it away. I feel bad talking with Limo about 4-4-2 and I'm playing the bloody Brazilian box here. We had the 4-4-2 at HIFK. Right, well, we're a goal down. Serban clears it straight to the opposition. Best to keep the mods only, otherwise who knows what randomly post in. Yeah, that's what I thought. But then again, we tend to get a lot of nice people in the chat. We tend not to get many spammers or bots or unpleasantries. I have a couple in the FM show Discord though. That seems to be a thing. This is the link for my Discord, by the way, not the FM show one. Should I ask first? No, Limo, you know what I'm like. Water off a duck's back here, but yeah, I just think if you asked and it wasn't there, then so you posted it wasn't there, then at least I can sort of say why it's not there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everything's grand. Everything's grand. It's nodded away. Come on, Farrell. Oh, pick that one out. If it Discord, you need to give us mods a few permissions. Yes, you did. You did. Yes, Z. I read that and then I did something else. So, soz. Let me do that now. Actually, where's your? What do I need to do? Actually, you've got the thing here. I thought I gave you some permissions. Obviously, I decided against it in the end. I went, nah, you know what? You don't need that. I thought you actually had the same. I thought I'd set it up the same way that we done with the TJ one, but let me double check. Obviously I've not done that, so let's have a little nosy. Yeah, I thought I'd done most of that. Yeah, let me know if that's changed, Z, or Rouge or Dan. I think that's worked. I'll have to jump on and do some more bits and pieces there. When I'm not obviously streaming. Yeah. So yeah, 2-0 down to whoever this team is. Yeah. Don't do it when I'm streaming, but if I don't do it now, then I'll forget and I'll just move on. I'll move off and I'll be like, oh well, there you go. That was my moment. I could have done something there. But yeah, I've obviously looked at it and went, it's probably time for me to start doing it right now, isn't it? You know what? I'm just going to keep the same side. Actually, I know it's a friendly cup, so it's not really that important. The final result. Well, some people will be desperate to see me win the cup that we've organised by our own sponsors. Probably deserve a open top bus ride of the town, I reckon. Yeah, maybe ask Parliament if they can do a shout out. Yeah. Do you reckon you could get the government to say well done? Hey, Mr. Tinney, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. I suspect you are. It's a pleasure to have you in. Sponsored tournaments with prize money should definitely be a thing in FM. What do you reckon? I don't know if you're serious or not, Brit. It feels like something that might end up at some point, but it also feels dirty. You know. All good, thank you. All good. Can't complain. Then what would happen is you'd have to find like a horrible sponsor that could generate more money in the cup. I suppose you can already have like a mini tournament, can't you? Careful's missed the penalty. Oh dear. That could have let us back in. Needs to be a Saudi thing. Oh, in that case, no, we'll take it out. It's bad enough that the Saudi League's probably going to end up being in. as a licensed league in the next couple of years, I would imagine. And you'll see, like, they'll be full of, like, sort of people streaming it, going, like, I'm in the Saudi league now. Just bought Harry Kane. You know. Bought Phil Foden for 87 quadrillion gadillion pounds. You know. Isn't that just the World Club Cup? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Did I read right that there's going to be 2 transfer windows? They're having like an extra transfer window for those teams in the Club World Cup, so that they can obviously buy players for that. Yeah. Yes, for 1 week of the normal. I thought I read that. I was like, oh, for God's sake. Because obviously, when they go, their phones don't work. Yeah. What a load of nonsense. I'd be behind on things, but these Newcastle fans blatantly sports watching on their podcast was disturbing. Oh, 100%. 100%. But remember, Mike Ashley didn't buy them a striker once, so they do deserve to have everything. And everyone's just jealous of them now. Yeah, everyone's jealous of them. Probably won't be included in financial fair play. City sorted. Oh yeah, probably not. You're right, Limo. Yeah. Oh, that was a different transfer window, so it doesn't count. Yeah. Yeah, it's all a load of nonsense. Yeah. Speaking of sponsorships that are probably paid too much, we are top of the league of the sponsorship table, and we're getting a lot more than everybody else. Let's not look at the facts. Evening, Mr. Console, FM Console. How are we, buddy? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Pleasure to have you in. The star of this week's Patreon episode. Under investigation. Yeah, that's the episode title as well. They'll sell their women's team to themselves like Chelsea did. Did they actually do that? Or was that like an April Fool's thing, by the way? Lost that centre back. That's a shame. Season expectations: finish in the top 6, finish in the 3rd round of the cup. I'll take that. I generally haven't seen my rambling, and therefore I can't be held liable for any actions. I mean, well, just because you haven't seen it doesn't mean that it definitely didn't happen. Yeah, it did happen. Excuse me. Okay, so Youth League's fine. Fixture list out. We start our season against CSM Ramniku Sarat. We end our season against Resita. David Dinker. He's not much, is he? He's not really much. Jumping reach of 18. 6'6", I guess, is decent. But he's not really going to play, is he? Let's be honest. Let's just release him. Yeah. Bogdan Lazar's now a free agent. Really enjoyed the Patreon pod. Console is a dedicated man. Oh, dedicated is one thing, yeah. We all know what that really means is mad. Yeah. Kev says that's him done. No problem, Kev. Pleasure to see you as always, my friend. Nice to see you. We'll see you on Friday for some Minecrafting. Which I'm very much looking forward to. Yeah. Take it easy, James. Pleasure seeing you as well, my friend. We'll catch you up very, very shortly. Yeah. There's only one madman in my life. Yeah. And he is a madman. Let's release a couple of these players who clearly aren't going to stay. Bit of loaning. Okay, let's let them loan him in. Bogdan Lazar's come to have a bit of a look around. Let's see if we see what he's like, shall we? Because we haven't been able to bring anyone in other than Keffel. That big Egyptian centre back, by the way, now needs a transfer fee. So 210 grand. We're asked about him as to what he's going to cost. So fingers crossed. FM live video is going well. It's just logistics. Oh, it's always logistics, isn't it? Logistics slow everything down. Alexander Kremlinev. He looks decent as well. Esteban Martinez. Check Timothy. Sefer Goradini. Oh, he's wanted by Porto. It's alright, okay. I mean, what is he? Is he a He looks pretty decent, to be honest. Let's not promise we're to bring anybody in. £8,000, we can't afford that. Yeah, no worries, Limo. Take it easy, my friend. You have to watch Euro Trash before bed. I think it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Yeah. I'm going to check on Antoine Decan. Yeah. So, yeah, have a great one, everyone. I left a design and Sun last night on console. I've now lots of legitimate children across multiple saves. Excellent. That's pretty cool, actually, if you manage to do that. What's this? Friendly match, I think it is. I believe so. Iona gets forward, gets the penalty. There we go. Careful, scores the penalty this time. There we go. He missed it in the last match. He scored this one. That's fine. So he's come in. Tricker doesn't want to sign for us for now. Ion and Ignat, they're the other two players we looked at. You miss Eurotrash, the old naked men who always had the Dodgers out, because in Wales we had S4C, not Channel 4. Yeah, it was a weird program. Chris, you've done well to get the chat to Eurotrash. I'm amazed that this long streaming and it's taken us up until now to start talking about Eurotrash. You know? My favourite bit was the accents they put on. I did like the fact that they just found just random accents and thought, that'll do. Yeah. Oh, great save. Yeah, there's this like sort of this, you know, they're off to find some sort of weird fetish bar in like deepest Bavaria. And then the accent sort of that they put on over the top is like a Yorkshire accent and a Brummie, and you're just like, I quite like this now. This is fun. There was always at least one. What a finish that was! There was always at least one segment where it was just a naked person riding a bike, and that was it. Like not even fully naked from the waist down, but riding a bike. I'm just like, I don't think there's any rationale for this. Yeah. Or someone would hold like 2 flowers just there. But it was European, so it was culture. Yeah. Did there need to be a rationale? No, I guess not, Zeep. I mean, you know, we talk about it here, and I'm not giving anybody context, so yeah, it seems a bit unfair for me to demand context of other shows, you know. Maybe I expect better from others, you know. Maybe that's the thing. It's double standards, right? Let's just freshen this up, shall we? Some rotation going on with players. Anyone know there was a Eurotrash YouTube channel? I did not know that. Console. I did not know that. if you were to post the link, they would have to go to Rugio Dan. I'm just saying, like, or we could just find it ourselves. I imagine it's not too difficult to find. Yeah, just Google it. Yeah, there you go. That'll be it. What a show! What a show! What a time to be alive! Yeah. You know, that's happening in the evening. Zig and zag in the morning. Yeah. Different world. Kids don't even know they're born these days, do they? Denise Van Outen just, you know, walking around like a free woman. She'd done her first kill and nobody knew. I said, and I quote, and it might be inappropriate for some users. It might be. It might be. Oh, a man of absolute discerning taste, of course. I feel I've missed something with the Denise Van Outen reference, but please explain. Right, okay. So the Denise Van Outen thing, right? It is a thing here. And what happened was, so it was my first anniversary Twitch stream. Yeah, our first Twitch anniversary stream. I decided I wanted to do like a 90s vibe. And so, because I'd not done like an anniversary stream before, so I was like, right, we'll do 12 hours, we'll do like a 90s vibe, right? So I went and bought loads of like 90s sweets from like B&M and all that sort of thing, and home bargains and stuff. We had 90s playlist, we had Mad Scientist's 90s database, so I was going to be Sunderland, and it was great. And I was trying to build the playlist one stream, and great suggestions, fantastic suggestions. And I said, oh, you know, what could we do that would make a 90s stream better? Obviously, everyone said get Jet from Gladiators. So I thought, right, let's put that on, you know, as something that we can think about. You know, let's try and get Jet from Gladiators. And then somebody said, get Denise Van Outen. I was like, well, Denise Van Outen could be a thing. We could maybe do that. And then, unfortunately, as Chaser said, someone suggested that we invite Coolio onto the stream. To which point I had to say, well, unfortunately, Coolio is not going to make it because, you know, of the fact that he's dead. And because of the fact that Denise Van Outen had been mentioned like within minutes of that before, and we were just talking about Denise Van Outen, I was like, oh yeah, Coolio was dead, and it was Denise Van Outen that killed him. And I then just like went off on this tangent about how wouldn't it be class if Denise Van Outen had done that, invited him on the Big Brother one and the Big Breakfast one day, right? And just like and just was sort of like saying, oh, you know, had the whole setup. It was Chaser. Was it yourself, Chaser? Amazing. And so, yeah, they had the big breakfast. Denise Van Outen's having a great chat, great conversation. And then Coolio's never seen again. And we're like, who's done it? Was it Johnny Vaughan? Was it Denise Van Outen? But no, yeah, it was superb. So we went, my tangent brain went flying on that one. So thank you Chaser. Do not apologize, because we have had so much airtime out of it. It's made me incredibly happy. I think I said Zig and Zag may have done it possibly, and it got to the point, Chris, that we have convinced ourselves now that Denise Van Outen has done it, right? We all believe that Denise Van Outen has done this. Okay, so we've got a command now. Denise, she knows what she did. Last New Year's Eve, Denise Van Outen was DJing in York on New Year's Eve, and Mrs. J was going to buy me tickets to go to the show, or to like whatever the thing was, the event, right? And just request Gangster's Paradise and try and get as close to the DJ booth as we could. Excuse me. Try and get as close to the DJ booth as we could, request Gangster's Paradise, and then just film myself like as a selfie mode with Denise Van Outen in the background. Because she wouldn't know. She'd be none the wiser. Or she'd play it down. Yeah. So yeah, so that's the Denise Van Out. It sounds stupid when I say it out loud. I always say she's a serial killer. Well, we don't know if she's killed more than just Coolio. Can't say for definite. I don't want to get done for libel at any point. Does she do cameo? Oh, she might do. She might do. Get her on stream. Yes, Ozzy. Yes. I was in stitches throughout that stream. Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. This is why we don't give context. You realise how absurd it is. Yeah. It just slows everyone down, doesn't it? Context, really, when you think about it. No one has seen Johnny Vaughan. Yeah, not at all. Yeah, he's gone. Long gone. Excuse me. Yeah, so he's out of the picture. Who else have we done? There was the Michael Barrymore. Yeah, that was the thing. You weren't here for that one either, Chris. I'm pretty sure it was a troll. I'm 99% sure it was a troll, right? Because they came into the stream. We'd never seen them before. We've never heard of them. Never seen them since. And they figured that they were going to have fun in the stream and asked me, what do they do? Their cats just died. Their parents are away. And the only person that was close by was their neighbours. And obviously I took that in the manner it was intended and responded as a professional, you know. And I sort of said, well, look, if your cat has died, then, maybe you need to ring a vet. And they went, well, no, I don't know what to do. I'm asking you. And I said, well, I'm a comedian, so if you're asking me, then I reckon if the cat's dead, dig a hole, stick it in the garden, do that. Whatever you do not fuck it. And of course, at that point, I'd lost control, right? And my brain just kept going. And eventually we said, don't invite Michael Barrymore around. So we may have suggested that Michael Barrymore could get involved in this as well. And then all of a sudden, we now have a general advice. Again, just, general advice. Do not bum cats, dead or alive. Yeah. I can't be... Like, why am I like this? Do you know what I mean? like why am I like this? I've got the voice clip of you saying, just invite Michael Barrymore round. Yeah, I mean, there's... It would be a tough edit for you, Chris. It would be a very tough edit, is all I'm saying. If you had to try and work out going, I don't know which bits are usable here, It would very much be a case of, hi everyone, welcome to the stream. And then it'd be like, I'm raiding out. So yeah, so you've missed a bit. You've missed a bit. But we've been here for 4 years. You're bound to have missed one or two things, surely. He survived Kev's bumhole, he can handle anything. I mean, again, that sounds like... That sounds like that Kev's bumhole is like... It's like an obstacle. I tell you what, he survived Kev's bumhole, he can handle anything. Lelujo's talked about bumming. I mean, we've all talked about bumming. A naked Spanish woman singing for 10 seconds. That's fair enough. As I say, there's usually some... there's usually at least one German on a bike. Young Kawika at Rapid Bucharest. He wants to go. 1.5 million they're talking about there. Not piddly little nothing figures. Yeah. So yeah, so that pretty much gets everyone up to speed then as to what's been going on. So if you are new or relatively new, and some of this doesn't make any sense, now you have a little bit of an idea. Yeah. Not much of an idea, obviously, but a little bit. You're up to speed. I mean, hey, you think you're up to speed, Chris. This is the bit. This is only the bits we can remember. There'll be a lot more that we've go. Oh yeah, God, there's that as well, isn't there? And that'll come. That'll come. Yeah. Lots of that's what she said. This is definitely tame. Frank Lampard. What was the Frank Lampard bit? Console. That was one of yours, wasn't it? Was the Lampard conspiracy? How did we get onto that? That was a console. Oh yeah, Frank Lampard. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Frank Lampard. Frank Lampard caused 9/11. I can't believe I forgot that. Again, it just when you say it, it sounds obvious. Do you know what I mean? John Terry and Frank Sinclair and Dennis Wise got drunk on 9/11. Yeah, I can't see how he didn't. Oh yeah, the Queen. Yeah, the Queen gives decent hand jobs. We've said that before. Before she was dead, obviously. Now, probably not so much. Now, probably just like every other woman, just, lackluster. God rest her soul. Yeah, God rest her wanking hand. I was going to say we've lost console completely. It's just like I'm off watching Euro trash. Yeah. So yeah, so just that's probably the main ones really. And then the other thing really to watch out for is just general knobheadery. People who come on and try and talk about football. We tend to get rid of them. Or they try and defend sports watching. We get rid of them. And Newcastle fans, just in general. Or do Panthers purr? I'm still not convinced that they don't. Right? I'm still not convinced that they don't. They must purr. They're a cat. Bread conversation, aqueducts and viaducts. We do a lot of that. Lots of trifles. I reckon probably about 1% of this is Football Manager, if that. Doesn't like do not like dogs at all. God no, not a fan. That upsets a lot of people, and it's fine. I'm wheedling out my audience. I don't want to be liked by everybody. I want a very specific niche audience. I'm playing Football Manager. Oh, shit. Sorry, Brett. I almost forgot. Never used to be a dog lover, then you got one. He's an arsehole. I understand why people don't like them. Yeah. Like, for me, they're like rubbish children. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't force my children onto people. And I wouldn't say, oh, you know, oh, I know you don't like children, but you'd like my children. Right? I wouldn't say that. I go, if you don't like children, you probably won't like mine either. Yeah. It's the Chandler Bing of the FM community. I mean, in one sense, that's a great accolade, but in other senses, Ross was the best one. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you insist on bringing the dog into the podcast, I think, Console. Oh, you know what? Yeah. There's a podcast, is it? Oh, yeah, I best get me dog, just in case. Who brings a dog? Who brings a dog to a podcast? The sort of people who bring dogs to comedy clubs, that's who. I don't like how people think it's okay to take their dog into shops and restaurants. Yeah, isn't that mad? The odd pub's fine. Again, I'm not even sure about pubs. They serve food there. Like where I work, like they're like, our office is dog friendly. Like, how fucking mental. Like, I don't want to walk into a place of work and see a dog just sat there. Freak me out. Unless it was a pet shop. Fine, have a dog there. If it's the RSPCA, if it's the Dogs Trust, I expect to see a dog, right? If it's any other shop, and I'm aware, of course, that the Dogs Trust not technically a shop, right? But any other building, nah, I don't expect to see a dog. I would be surprised if a dog was there. Like when people bring their baby into work. Yeah, I don't understand that either. I don't understand. Oh, look, I'm going to take my baby in to show people who I work with. Have you seen a baby before? There's one, right? Nah, I don't get that either. Thank God for the pandemic, eh? Stop that sort of daft behaviour. What pandemic? Yeah. There's another rabbit hole. Anyone watch YouTube episodes of Ross without the laughter tracks comes across as a psycho. Oh yeah. He was a madhead, absolute madhead, but also the best one. He had the best lines. It's a woman in town that brings her cats on the bus. That's weird. When we lived in the northeast, there used to be a couple who would walk their ferret up and down the street on the lead. That was odd. Cat cafe is weird. Oh, yeah. Really odd. Really odd. Like, so the thing is, right, I would say I'm probably more of a cat person than a dog person, because let's be honest, I couldn't be any less of a cat person because of how much I dislike dogs, right? But I'm also allergic to cats. So, you know, cat hair gets up my nose, right? And obviously, we walk past these cat cafes and that in town, and the kids are like, oh, look, there's a cat cafe. That'd be really cool. Can we have a cat? And I'm like, no, we can't. Because, you know, I sneeze a lot and my eyes will get itchy. And it's not really enough of a reason to not have one. The other answer is, no, you're not getting one because I'm not, you know, I don't want a pet, right? Definitely not having a dog because I don't want to walk a dog, right? So we're not getting that. Yeah. And then Mrs. J is like, oh, but it would have to be a house cat. And I'm like, that's not a cat, is it? You can't, like, keep it in the house. But then again, we can't let them out because there's a fox around ours. So, bloodbath. Thank you, Tim, for leaving me with my favourite food. I've walked in the FM grumpy fuckers stream. Yeah, probably, Sparky. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome. We've talked about wanking. You've missed all that bit. You know? We're now at the end bit now. We've talked about Eurotrash. Kids will want them and you'll hate them for it. Oh, hamsters and guinea pigs are like, they're just, what a pointless animal they are. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely pointless. Just rubbish. They don't do anything other than like shit little tiny pellets. And you're right, the whole place just stinks because of them. Oh, look at them going around in a wheel. Like what's the point? Genuinely. Confession time. Oh, hang on. Console's got a confession. It starts with, oh God. That's like, this isn't a Barrymore style confession, is it, Console? A bit like Lemmings. Yeah, they are. I had a hamster from a mate because he split up with his missus. Hang on, what? How did you get the hamster? Right. Your mate splits up with his missus. They share a hamster. That's not on you to house the hamster. Unless did you buy the hamster? Did you provide the hamster? Was the hamster the reason that they got that they had to split up? You volunteered to have it. I mean, no, that's not. Console, man. Honestly. He also took a kitten off them at one point. Did they work in a pet shop? Like, I was going to end this stream. It's midnight. Like, but that's not the confession. What's the confession? Did you put the hamster somewhere? Is the hamster no more? Right, I'm saving this. I need to. You hooked up with the woman and the hamster escaped mid-hookup? How do you know it was mid-hookup? Like, did you have sexual intercourse with a lady in front of the hamster cage? Not a euphemism. Not a euphemism. Did you utter the words? Did you utter the words, I think the hamster's out of the cage? Which is a beautiful turn of phrase, by the way. You could say that. You could hear the hamster scurrying across the floor. I mean, I think we've all learned something tonight. How is this not featured in the Patreon episode? We didn't talk about hamsters. I've been accused of not talking about Football Manager enough. But I didn't think about talking about hamsters. Maybe we need to do that more. Maybe I need to. Maybe every Patreon episode I need to ask people, going, has there ever been a moment where you've been in the throes of passion and have you managed to lose a small marsupial? Are they a marsupial? A small, pointless animal. I mean, it's one I'm not entirely sure I need to know the answer for, or would expect an answer for. So yeah, I mean that's thrown me. That was genuinely throwing me. I was not expecting that at all. But that's the joy, isn't it? That's the joy of this stream. Here we are. It's survived for 2.5 years. We've learnt a lot about console. Yeah. Have you made out in front of a hamster? It's a new tour name. What other animals have you gotten down in front of? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those, isn't it? Like, I shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be surprised. I appreciate that you've opened up, for want of a better phrase, console. But yeah, there you go. That's what we're going to leave the stream with tonight then, that console lost a hamster. Because he's Mr. Lover. Mr. Lover. There we go. Right. Not what I expected, but it works for me. It works for me. I can see Mr. Maggio's playing Trolls and Vikings. Let's go there. I think that probably makes sense after this, doesn't it? Oh, we judge. We judge. We judge. We judge. But we also love you all. Okay? So, thank you very much for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll finish the transfer stream off during the weekend, probably. But, yeah, go and see Mr. Maggio. Give him some love. Don't do anything with hamsters. Right? I thought I told you off with cats, but don't do anything with hamsters. When we get into Mr. Maggio, just write hamster. Just write hamster in the chat. Okay? Take care, everyone. Speak to you soon. Love you lots. No hamsters.